My name is Sick Day Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go in with the silent. Alright, so we did our speed run recently. Hell to the hill, yeah. Lose all gold for 14 max HP actually has a bit of an allure to me. I think it's quite a good option. I'm increasing it in my brain rankings. That is the rankings that I track exclusively within the confines of my gallbladder. They are misnamed. Definitely misnamed. Alright, so I have the option to go for 2 rests, 3 elites, or 3 rests, 2 elites. Considering I'm playing the silent, I'm thinking we go for the 3 and 2, 3 on the rests and 2 on the elites. I'll actually take the random rare card. Wraith Form, cool. So, Wraith Form is a super polarizing card. A lot of people look at it and say this card is complete garbage. And some other people are correct. So Wraith Form is effectively, do you think you're going to win in the next 3 turns? If yes, play it. If no, just don't play it. It's fine. Save it for later. You've got time. Alright, I'll take a Poison Stab. I haven't even yet defined my deck, so sure. More than happy to. Neutralize got upgraded there. Really good hit. I do like an Infinite Blades. Just gives us some damage. Wait, who's our first floor boss? Okay, yeah, I'm still fine with Infinite Blades now. Alright, so backliner has 17. 17 still means that I need to commit 3 strikes. Okay, so I just do the defenses like that. I was ultimately planning on not defending that turn and just killing an enemy, but there was no real good reason to consider that. Burst, Sucker Punch, and Slice. Burst is usually quite good, but not in this deck right now, so I don't want to take it and just have it be a burden for a very long period of time. So pass those. I want to get the Poison Stab upgraded because it is like the primary amount of my damage in this deck so far. Oh, Mori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. I do quite like getting that early. Alright, Infinite Blades. It's definitely delayed in impact, Infinite Blades, but takes 2 turns to pay off itself and start contributing. Do I take Catalyst? I've only 1 Poison Stab in the deck so far, but I am currently drafting a deck that looks like it would want to have Catalyst because Catalyst gives you a very easy to understand time of lethal, which makes Wraith Form easier to play. Also, both of them are quite good with well-laid plans. Kunai, if you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. Well, okay, now if I am doing a Catalyst deck, which I still think I am, if I am, then what I'm going to want to do with it is make it... Nice! 3 skills in a single turn, 5 damage to all enemies. Pretty good. But it means if I am doing a Catalyst deck, I am going to want to make it an Envenom Catalyst deck if I can. Sounds like it'd be a good idea to us. No reason to play Catalyst there. It's such a small amount of damage that it actually contributes. Okay, Wraith Form next turn. There it is. Actually, we could also just murder. Lawbank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No glow works when you spend any gold at a shop. I actually really like Dash, but accuracy is interesting here, actually, because I do intend to pick up a bunch of shivs for this deck to trigger the kunai. Let's take an accuracy. I'll rest here because I can upgrade in the space after the boss if I want to. Double explosive potion. Oh my gosh. Good golly gosh. That is going to be a good time for us. I think I actually probably use it as well. burned a card out of the deck that I didn't necessarily want in there, as well as dealt 10 damage. Easy. Darkstone Periapt. Hey, now we get our backflip. Oh, that probably could have been the dodge and roll because of the kunai. Yeah, that probably would be in a better position. Accuracy is bad at the moment, but it'll get better when I put other shivs in the deck. It's just I don't have them yet. Catalyst is bad at the moment because it's just bad at the moment. I mean, that's still a pretty good defense. Just shuffle that shit back into the deck and attack next. Oh, they're interrupted. No, bosses are tougher. I thought we weren't on that level yet. All right. That sucks. We're on the Ascension mode now where the enemy splits at 75 rather than splitting at the value I'm used to, which is 70, because they're tougher, so they have higher HP. Okay. Getting all this extra dex is going to be really important to us. Okay. I mean, the fight's still going really well, despite everything. Especially for a deck that still does not really have any damage in it. No, that Poison Stab only breaks them by 12, and since I'm no longer weakened, yeah, I can break by a lot more than that. And Lethal. Envenom! Found it! Haha! Yes! Alright. No energy potion, which is a little bit of a problem, but it's okay. I'm not going to add too many more cards to the deck, so to take that Eternal Feather seems like a bad idea to me. Astrolabe, upon pickup, transform 3 cards in your deck and upgrade them. The problem is, if I transform, like, 2 strikes and a defend, and I get, like, a bunch of powers or things like that, like, I'm obviously looking for attacks right now because of the kunai. But I think this has highest variance, but I think it also has the highest chance to be good. 1,000 cuts, well-laid plans, and prepared. That's really good because we're going to be playing a lot of shivs. The well-laid plans is really good because I can hold the Catalyst and I can hold the Wraith Form until the right time. Prepared is also a card. Okay. I do want to hit up an early shop. Possibly even 2 early shops. We'll see how this goes. I mean, Wraith Form here is fine because they attack for a maximum of 3 turns, so I'm just defended against all of their damage with 1 card. This is what I'm talking about when I say Wraith Form is really, really good. I've played 1 card, and it is going to defend me against all of the damage through this entire combat. Now, I retain 2 cards, despite the fact that they're 2 cards I don't want. Yeah, we just don't have enough offense to get through these enemies, by the way. Bye. Goodbye, enemies. I hope you enjoy all my money. You. If I had an energy relic, I'd take the Crippling Cloud, but I don't. I'm taking Bane instead then. Okay with losing the HP here. Okay, so this is an interesting interaction. Darkstone Periapt, whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. That would tend to believe, or rather tend to lead me to believe, that you obtain the curse and then it gets negated, so it would trigger the Darkstone Periapt. However, it doesn't. Probably just Cloak and Dagger Apotheosis here, like, seems pretty easy. I could also go Cloak and Dagger Orange Pellets. Orange Pellets does give me the ability to remove at the end of your turn, lose 1 dex from Wraith Form. That actually makes it way better. We definitely take that. And then I'm prepared here. Literally just to deal 5 AoE damage, despite the fact that that 5 AoE damage did nothing. I'm gonna throw that Shiv back into the deck, actually. Actually, I'll hold on to it. Having some 0-cost draws in my deck is gonna be pretty good for us. Makes it a lot easier for us to play all of our cards. Go. This is all pretty poor right now. 1,000 Cuts is just never getting played in this combat. I should hold on to the Bane until I can actually trigger its effect by poisoning the enemy. Now, if I Shiv and then it says deals 7 damage, if the enemy has poison, deals 7 again, it doesn't check those individually. So it checks at the start if the enemy is poisoned and then it deals 7 and then 7 rather than resolving in turn. The reason that's important is because Envenom cannot, I've tested this, unless it's changed since I'm correct, cannot apply the poison from the first attack on Bane and then trigger the second attack on Bane. I could show you right now, if you'd like. You know what? I'm doing it, because someone will try and call me out. See how it didn't attack a second time there? Funnily enough, if I just played my 2 defense first, that would have been fine. Would have triggered the effect. So we're going to be slow playing a lot of these fights, which is really bad for us in the elite fights on this floor, because the elite fights scale. No points for guessing why that's really bad for a slow deck. Gosh, I wish we had an Energy Relic. Hey, got him. Riddled Holds is just a bunch of triggers of Envenom, frankly. I may actually just want to avoid all elites this floor. I think I am. 1 of 20 cards to add to the deck? Or heal for 23? I want the 1 of 20 cards because I'm looking for Shivs. Oh my god, there's footwork on offer. That's another Infinite Blade though. Have to take it. Envenom needs to be upgraded so it's 1 cost, makes it actually viable to play more often. Yeah, we can actually negate the Necronomicon effect. Damn. So the Omamori can negate the Necronomicurse. It can't be added to your deck. Interestingly enough, it's one of the only ways to get rid of it, despite the fact that it says it cannot be removed. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle one of 3 random cards into your draw pile. Nilri's Codex. Nilri's Codex is a my hatred for Nilri's Codex is a holdover from a very long time ago where I exclusively played thinner decks, and because of that, I found myself oftentimes... Ooh, definitely take that. I found myself singular, oftentimes in the position where any card that trashed my deck, in my opinion, was complete garbage. Relics obviously included. So I felt the same way about Dead Branch. But no, I was wrong. Super useful. Just needs to be used in the right conditions. Cool. That's lethal next turn as well. I mean, this fight's gone really well for us. Definitely the upgraded dodge and roll there. Preserved insect. Enemies in elite fights have 25% less HP. Ingest mutagens? It's almost never going to be relevant for us. I could have transformed 2 cards there, but I'm worried if I transform the strikes out of my deck, I put myself in a bad position later on. I'm actually worried that here my correct option is just play the Wraith form, damn the consequences. Because otherwise it's what? Envenom, dodge and roll, cloak and dagger, neutralize. So the neutralize gets 14, takes you down by 4, right? 25% less, but it rounds up. So 25% less of that is 3.5, so it should take it down by 4. So we end up taking 19 damage against 12 block. I'm not comfortable with that. Take a Storm still. So I can purge those debuffs as long as I, at some point in the near future, don't want to take a Masterful Stab. It's already 2 cost. Well, it depends. Does it start tracking from now, or does it start tracking from when it was included in the deck? Because I know that claws only start tracking when they're included in the deck. So it could be like that. Okay. So see how there I played purposefully a power, attack, and skill in the same turn? I managed to remove all of my debuffs. So I just got 2 turns of free, just intangibility. Probably none of those. So I didn't play Envenom on my first shuffle. That means I hold the Riddle with Holes here. Riddle with Holds, more like. No, that was bad? Okay, never mind. Let's just pretend I didn't say it. Okay. It's a lot of damage to take right there. Got him. I'll be taking my Liquid Bronze. Gain 3 thorns. Nice. Noxious Fumes? Do I just put that in the deck? Yeah. Right kind of deck for it, frankly. Very glad that we decided to dodge all elites ultimately here. No. Oh, hell yeah. I'd love to play that in Venom, but I really either need to defend or neutralize here. So, what? If the enemy is attacking for 20, then neutralize is the best option over defend, but neutralize will defend us for next turn as well. So yeah, it took 5 damage off there, which is the same that defend would have done. This fight terrifies me. We're vulnerable, so we're dead this turn if we don't kill. Enemy dead. Woo! Another dodge and roll. Good. Rest? Shop. Let's copy the accuracy. No. I'm gonna take the block potion. Yeah, just the block potion here, I think. And a backflip. Oh, this fight still probably kills us. Like, even if I Wraith Form here, I'm dead. So if I weaken the enemy, they go down to 6x3. 6x3 is 18, so can I defend for 18 this turn? Probably not. It would be Cloak and Dagger block potion. I think I have to just play the Wraith Form here and then the block potion as well. No. I can purge my debuffs this turn so I can keep my strength. So I play Infinite Blades, Cloak and Dagger, Block Potion, Weaken. So now we're fully defended. And then I Poison Stab and Shiv. So I get to keep my 3 strength here, which could be super important. It's possible the enemy's attacking next turn, but it's also possible they're not and they're just doing their debuff. They're attacking again. That's unfortunate for us, obviously. Start with the prepared. Enemy is already weakened. Yeah, we're dead. If we had a point of dex, then we would have been fine here, but we don't, so we aren't. And we're dead. God damn it. Okay, so we took a less ambitious flaw there. Large amount of what killed us there is we only had 1 rest the entire time. But, let it be noted, this is the only elite-free path, and it's the only one that has only 1 rest as well. So if I wanted to go over here and get 2 rests, I would have needed to fight at least 2 elites, which definitely would have killed us. The elites were scaling quite well this floor. Or rather, all of the elites this floor scale quite well. So 1,000 cuts would have been really good in the Gremlin Knob fight and the Slavers fight, obviously, but it also really would have been difficult to find time to play 1,000 cuts, which is the big problem that we had. We had a lot of expensive cards in the deck. Despite the fact that we tried to dilute it with a couple of low-cost cards, we still had a lot of cards with relatively high expense that needed to be played for the sake of our defense and no energy relic. It's another situation of don't like it when I'm not offered energy relics. It's another of those. We did get pretty much all of the cards I asked for. Like, we found the second Infinite Blades, we found the Envenom, we found the 1,000 Cuts. I didn't even ask for that one. We found the Well-Laid Plans. Accuracy was low performing in this deck because we weren't actually using the Shivs for damage. We were using it to trigger Kunai, and we were using it later on. Like, obviously, this was an early pickup, so hindsight's 2020. Retrospect is obviously easier, but I couldn't have known that I was going to be dealing all of my damage primarily with Envenom and 1,000 Cuts rather than using Accuracy. Oh well. Oh damn well. Also, I feel like we didn't have particularly good encounters over the course of this floor. One thing that we could have done is seen, oh, we don't have many rests upcoming back when we were here, and taken the heal on the library event rather than the pickup of a card. We ended up picking up an Infinite Blades. The Infinite Blades had delayed value, which is fine, but delayed value is mostly fine when you can defend, and we didn't really have any great defensive options offered to us. We had, obviously, the 2 dodge and rolls, thankfully both pre-upgraded, which only are really good late in the fight with kunai for us right now. I mean, they're fine, but they get a lot better later in the fight. What we would have wanted is something like a leg sweep in this deck. A dash. I know we were offered one at the very start and we didn't take it, but both of these are 2-cost cards, and again, would really require that we have some extra energy in the deck. Let's actually see. Is there any other card there that I desperately would have wanted? Like, more Cloaks and Daggers, obviously. I would have taken every copy of that. I would have taken every copy of Deflect that I saw as well, but I saw, I think, one in a situation where something vastly outclassed it. I would have taken Blur. Again, Dash would have been nice, but I couldn't have taken it. I would have taken Escape Plan. Obviously would have taken Leg Sweep. Pretty much, possibly would have taken Terra. Definitely would have taken After Image. Passed up the Corpse Explosion in order to get the Envenom. Yeah, there are a lot of defensive cards there that just weren't offered to us, unfortunately. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been... Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content of the game, past, present, future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.